हेलो गुड आफ्टरनून एवरीवन माय नेम इज अंकिता एंड वेलकम टू द यूट्यूब चैनल ऑफ जुडिशरी गोल्ड। एक बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट नोटिफिकेशन आ चुका है विच इज द वैकेंसीज ऑफ आंध्र प्रदेश जुडिशियल सर्विसेज जूनियर डिवीजन हैव बीन डिक्लेयर्ड एंड इट्स अ डिटेल्ड एडवर्टाइजमेंट जिसमें आपका सिलेबस भी बताया गया है, स्कीम ऑफ एग्जामिनेशन भी बताया गया है, एग्जामिनेशन डेट भी स्पेसिफाई करी गई है, एप्लीकेशन फॉर्म्स की ओपनिंग, एप्लीकेशन फॉर्म्स की क्लोजिंग, उसी के साथ में नंबर ऑफ वैकेंसीज, एवरीथिंग हैज बीन given over here. So it's a detailed advertisement जिसको हम discuss करने वाले हैं. I'll try to take the whole session in English majorly because obviously it's a language specific state, and therefore it's in order to make the audiences understand the notification. I think I'll have to speak in English only because I don't know Telugu, so I'll have to speak in English, and therefore I'll try that I'll speak all the things in English, and then I'll also give them a Hindi translation. Okay, so that if there are any students who are willing to understand that in Hindi, they'll also understand the same. ठीक है, चलिए. Now, coming on to the notification, the High Court of Andhra Pradesh at Amravati has declared the vacancies and the number of vacancies that have been declared for the Civil Judge Junior Division. Civil Judge Junior Division have been notified as 50 posts. ठीक है, 50 posts have been declared by them, out of which 10 are for the transferred for the recruitment by transfer, whereas 40 are for direct recruitments. Okay, so we are concerned with the 40 vacancies which will be which will for which the recruitment will be done by the direct recruitment, and that is the direct examinations. For your happiness or for your moral motivation, you can also see at the pay scale that always gives you a boost in your preparation. Okay, so there's your pay scale also notified over here. Then the important things that we have to see over here are the important dates. Firstly, we'll be looking at the important dates. So number of vacancies हमने देख लिया है. There are total 50 vacancies, out of which 40 vacancies are for direct recruitment, 10 are for recruitment by transfer. ठीक है, 40 vacancies हैं जो direct recruitment से fill करी जाएंगी, 10 वैकेंसीज है जो रिक्रूटमेंट बाय ट्रांसफर से फिल करी जाएंगी. ठीक है, इसी के साथ में हियर आर द इंपॉर्टेंट डेट्स दैट आर टू बी सीन. फर्स्ट इज द डेट ऑफ फॉर्म फिलिंग. द फॉर्म फिलिंग स्टार्ट्स फ्रॉम द 20th February 2025, which means 3 days from now. Okay, so on 20th February, the forms will be opened on the website. You can go and click on the link, and then you can access the forms. These forms will close on 17th March 2025. That is the last date of form filling. Forms will be open till 11:59 p.m. Okay, so before 12 a.m. They will be all open, and on the 17th of March till 11 p.m. 11:59 p.m. you can fill your forms, but on the safer side, try to fill them few days before the last date. Then the examination centers have not been the examination centers will be notified on the High Court's website. Also in this notification they have mentioned certain exam centers, so we'll go through that list also. As per the convenience, you can opt for the suitable centers. Then there are vacancies notified here. OC refers to open competition. Open competition basically means that unreserved categories or categories which do not fall under the backward classes or the SCs or STs or the EWS. So for the generally which we refer as unreserved categories. So the open competition for the open competition there are 14 vacancies, out of which 4 have been reserved for the women and 2 have been reserved for people with the benchmark disabilities. So out of the 14 vacancies for the unreserved category, out of 40 vacancies है ना, 40 vacancies जो आपकी by direct recruitment है, that is what we are discussing over here. So for the purpose of direct recruitment, 14 vacancies are available for the unreserved category, out of which 4 are reserved for the women and 2 are reserved for the persons with benchmark disability, and rest all, that is rest 8 vacancies are open for all the candidates, whether males or females, or whether people with disability or people without disability. Then for the EWS, that is economically weaker section, 9 vacancies are there, and out of the 9 vacancies, 3 have been reserved for the women. Then for backward classes, the backward classes have been categorized into 5 categories: A, B, C, D, E. For the backward classes, there are 3 vacancies for class for A category, and out of which 1 is reserved for the women. Another for B category also there are three posts. For C, D, and E there are two posts each. And for the SC category there are four vacancies, out of which one is for the SC female. And for the ST category, that is scheduled tribe category, there is one vacancy. And in total there are 40 vacancies to be filled by direct recruitment. Okay. On the other hand is recruitment by transfer, which is not something that we are concerned with. Now, moving ahead is the important dates. Again, let us go through the important dates. One is the form filling. यहाँ से form filling start हो जाएगा. ठीक है? So this is the date that you have to keep in mind. That is the 20th of February, because the form filling will start from this date. The forms will close on this date, that is 17th March 2025, and from 7th of April to 16th of April, you will be able to find your admit cards on the website of the High Court. Okay, so on the 7th of April, the High Court will bring forth a notification through which you can track your admit card on the website, on the official website of the High Court. The exam will be conducted on 16th of April 2025. By mistake, it is 2005. So it will be done on the 2025. They have already written it that the screening test is computer based, that is online mode में आपका exam होने वाला है. The exam will be conducted in the online mode on 16th of April 2025. And for the objection, the date that has been given is 22nd April 2025. So by 22nd April 2025, you have to file the objections also on the question paper or on the key or whatsoever. Then moving ahead with qualification. What should be the qualification? Only those applicants who possess the qualification prescribed under the Andhra Pradesh State Judicial Service and Cadre Rules 2007, which are mentioned below, shall be eligible to apply for the direct recruitment. You should have a degree in law, which should be awarded by a university which has been recognized by the law of India. Okay? So any recognized university from where you have done the law, that law degree will be the qualification or the required qualification for this particular examination. There are no other eligibility criteria like minimum percentage in the graduation or some practice in the courts. Nothing else is required over here. It's a simple requirement or eligibility that has been prescribed over here. After that, let us go through the age limit, which is very important. 35 years is the maximum age for the open competition candidates, yani ki people who are filling the forms under the OC category. The maximum age limit for you is 35 years. The same age is relaxable by 5 years in the case of the same age can be relaxed by 5 years for the people belonging to the SC category or to the ST category or to the backward classes or to the economically weaker sections. Okay, so 35 years for OC, for SCs, STs, EWS, and backward classes, 35 years plus 5. And for people with benchmark disabilities, it is 35 years plus 10. ठीक है? So यहाँ पे 35 years, यहाँ पे 35 plus 5, यहाँ पे 35 plus 10. 35 plus 10 for the people with benchmark disabilities. And then people who have served, that is ex-servicemen, people who have served in the defenses and all. In the case of these people, the years that they have worked in the services will be minus or will be subtracted from their actual age. So if somebody is 40 years and they have served the country or they have served in the services for 10 years, that 10 years will be subtracted from their actual age, that is 40 years. And then after subtraction, what age you are getting will be the age as per the criteria. Okay. Moving ahead, reservation and all we don't have to see. If someone is concerned with the same, you can see. And documents in the case of people who are filling forms under certain categories, whether it is EWS, whether it's backward classes or it is SC, ST, then you have to provide with the required documents, with the respective documents. Like if you're filling the form under the EWS category, you have to provide a proof with regards to the family income, which should not exceed 8 lakh rupees per annum. And if you are filling forms from the SC or ST category, then you have to provide the community certificate with regards to your caste identification. Then let us come to the examination scheme. As we all know, The examination will be conducted in the three-level procedure. One is the screening test, that is the preliminary examination that we refer to as in the ordinary course. In the preliminary examination or in the screening test, the questions will be MCQ based, that is multiple choice questions will be there, and this exam will be conducted in the online mode. It will be conducted for 100 marks and the duration will be 2 hours. So over a duration of 2 hours, you have to answer 100 questions, which will be MCQ, that is multiple choice questions or objective questions. There's no negative marking prescribed over here so far in the notification, only that it's a 100 mark question comprising of 100 questions to be done in the duration of 2 hours. After this, you have to clear the examination. You have to secure 40% and above for clearing the examination. And the number of candidates that will be selected in the prelims will be in the ratio of 1 is to 10. For example, if there is one vacancy if there is one vacancy, the number of students that will be selected in the preliminary examination would be 10. Now, moving ahead with the mains examination. So the second phase will be mains examination. Those who clear the screening test will attempt will be eligible for attempting the mains examination. The mains examination will contain three papers. It will have three papers, 3 hours each and 100 marks each. So there will be paper one for 100 marks, paper two for 100 marks, paper three for another 100 marks, and each will be conducted over a duration of 3 hours. So you'll be given 3 hours for attempting each paper. First paper is civil laws, the second is criminal laws, and the third is English translation test for 25 marks and essay writing test for 75 marks on legal subject. Translation जो है, that will be from English to Telugu and from Telugu to English. Okay, so you'll be getting a translation test for 25 marks where you will have to translate a paragraph from English to Telugu and from Telugu to English. On the other hand, you will also have to write a legal essay which will have 75 marks, which will carry 75 marks. So it will always be on a legal issue. So you have to prepare certain legal issues also for essay writing in order to prepare for the mains examination. Now coming on to the again the same thing. Okay, one thing which is very important, the paper for translation, the marks that you score in the translation or in essay writing will not be added to the final score. Okay, so your final selection for the viva or for the interview will depend on the marks that you have scored in paper one and paper two, and also the rank or your selection that will happen after the interview will also depend on the score of your interview and the paper one and paper two, and not on paper three, that is translation paper or essay writing paper. Marks will not be important over here. And then there's some criteria that have been mentioned as to what is the minimum amount of marks that you have to score in paper one and paper two in order to clear it for the interview. So if you belong to the open competition economically weaker section category, then you must not then your marks should not be less than 55% and not less than 60% of marks in aggregate for paper one, in each paper one and paper two. You cannot score less than 55%, and the aggregate of paper one and paper two should not be less than 60%. Similarly, for other categories also it has been mentioned. Then interview, again, merit list जो बनेगा, it will be made on the basis of in the proportion of 1 is to 3. That is, if there's one vacancy, 3 candidates will be taken up or 3 candidates will be tried for the interview round. And then finally, the result will depend on your paper 1, paper 2 marks plus your interview score. Now let us see what is the syllabus. So as I said, it's a very detailed advertisement where syllabus has also been mentioned. Let us see the syllabus. In the paper 1, that is civil laws, you have CPC, you have Indian Contract Act, Hindu Marriage Act, Hindu Succession Act, Indian Easement Act, Specific Relief Act, Limitation Act, Transfer of Property, Civil Rules of Practice, Registration Act, and Indian Stamp Act, the Andhra Pradesh Land Encroachment Act, and the Indian Evidence Act. So there's one local law. Rest all are the generic laws, the laws that are applicable to the whole of India. And this is the complete syllabus of your civil paper. Then coming on to, so in total there are 12 subjects in the civil paper itself. Then in the criminal laws, you have code of criminal procedure, See, they are asking CRPC, not BNSS. Okay, so the new syllabus has not been asked. If you're good at the previous laws, if you have already studied the previous laws, you might get an upper hand over here. Then there is Indian Penal Code, there's Indian Evidence Act, no BNS, no BNSS, no BSA. Okay, so they are not asking for BNSS nahi pucha hai, BNSS has not been asked, BNS has not been asked, and BSA has not been asked. Okay, the examination will be conducted on the old syllabus itself, that is on the old criminal laws itself. Then there's Negotiable Instrument Act, Protection of Women from Domestic Violence Act, Criminal Rules of Practice, Andhra Pradesh Excise Act, Andhra Pradesh Gaming Act, and the Juvenile Justice Care and Protection of Children Act. So these two are local laws. Rest all are the generic laws. Okay, so here are 9 subjects that you have to study in the criminal laws. Then let us see what is the fee structure for all the categories, including the open category, the EWS, and the backward classes. The fee will be 1500 rupees, and in the case of people belonging to the SC ST category or people with the benchmark disability, the fee will be 750 rupees. So this is the complete notification that is important for you to understand. Rest all things are not important. Here's the list of few exam centers also that you have to fill while filling the form. There's Guntur, there's Kurnool, there is Rajamundry, there is Tirupati, Vijayawada, and Vishakhapatnam. These are the places for which you can opt as the centers. And as they have clearly said that once the center has been allotted, there will be no further negotiations. So if you want a particular center only, it's advisable that you fill the form as soon as possible. The earlier you fill the form, there's a greater chance of getting the desired center, or otherwise in the last you might get centers that you have not opted for, or that was your last preference. So it's advisable that you fill the forms as quickly as possible. Rest all things are not important over here for you to understand. So this is all about the notification of Andhra Pradesh civil judge examination junior division. For more such content and for more such notification and updates, stay tuned to our channel. Bye guys, make your day great.